Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward. What's up guys, AltCoinTripper here with the crypto market review. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not an expert, do your own research. Okay, so let's take a look at BTC USD on the 1 day. Overall, I think this looks pretty good. I was a bit worried because I thought that price was going to go back within the range of 20k to 18.7k, but overall it looks like we are seeing continuation. I was a little bit concerned at first because when you want to see price leave a long-term range, you want to see some explosion and some pretty quick moves. This one kind of grinded up and then had a quick retest, and then it looks like it's going higher now. I think the current targets for me are about 23k and 24, mid 24 to 25k or so. 25k has the 200-day EMA. This is a important indicator that we haven't really seen price interact with that all the way since March. So it's been quite some time, of course. This chart looks a little bit cleaner in my opinion on the 12-hour, where we're seeing price reject several times off 20k. Price had some acceptance above and then retested that level, and now we're seeing another further move up. So how do we know this is just like, you know, a real move and not just a deviation? I think if it was a deviation, then we would just see price go back to trading within this range. It's pretty quick in my opinion to go back within the range. As you can see, back in September, price moved strongly up and then quickly retraced back in. That's pretty common in my opinion for seeing price return back to the trading range. And overall, it is a trading range that price likes to trade in. As I said before, you can see a lot of volume being transacted between 18k to 20k. There's just a lot of traders that like to trade within that level, and that's a range that price likes to trade at. But personally, I still am of the opinion that 23k to 25k are the next levels up. After that, I honestly have no clue. Don't know what it's going to look like, you know, in terms of the overall higher time frame charts. I think anybody that considers, when the overall macro bottom is going to be, they are probably not, overly confident, and just in the sense that it seems like nobody really truly knows what's going to happen. And I think it's just best to stay fluid and just stay open with your ideas. Do I think this is the overall macro bottom? I don't personally think so. There are some arguments for it in the sense that price has consolidated for a really long time. Like if you take a look at it contextually, we're seeing price has chopped within this range for, 143 days. So we're seeing about 3.5 or so, a little more than 4 months overall for this overall range, almost 5 months, and price really hasn't done a whole lot, since June. Now, if you take this from the perspective of the overall bear market back in 2018, 2019, price chopped around for a much shorter amount of time. Not much shorter, but we did see something similar, about 130 days for that overall bottom before price went from 3k to 14k. The difference is that price did have this big capitulation event where we saw a big move down from 6k to 3k. We haven't quite seen that right now. We never saw this big capitulation event where price went from, say, 20k to 10k, or 25k to 12k or something like that, or even 30k to like 15k. Certainly possible that happens, but we haven't seen that big capitulation event yet. Now, is it possible that we don't see the capitulation event? Yeah, you never say never. Who knows what's really going to happen? I'm still waiting for the final shakeout myself, but this type of price action, if you can see the 70k to 20k move, this has been a slow grind down, right? There hasn't been really any bounces, and you compare that to 2018, this overall chart looks quite a bit different in my opinion. This was a slow grind down, but you did see like this 6k level act as support several times. So What do I mean by that? I mean that it is similar to a small bouncy ball when you drop it on the ground. So, you drop a ball on the ground. The first bounce is the best bounce. Second bounce is a little bit less strong. Third, less strong. Fourth, and then it falls through. This is what 2018 looked like. You see these like pretty significant bounces, where you go from 6K to 10K. You saw the first bounce go from 6K to 12K. You saw another move go around from 6K to 8K. So you're seeing these like decent moves, but then demand breaks down, and then price obviously nukes lower. In my opinion, we didn't really quite see that in 2022. Like, sure, we saw some bounces all throughout January to April. There were some moves certainly there from 35K to like 50K. That's a certainly solid move. But we saw this consolidation event here. This wasn't really a bounce, in my opinion. And then we obviously are seeing the current price action now, where we're seeing long consolidation, and not really much volatility. So in my opinion, the next big move is up. As I said before, 25K is the area that I'm viewing. I just don't know what's going to happen after that. Maybe 23 to 25K. Again, I'm not so sure. Possible that we see something like, 25K move down. Possibly see 23K move down. Possible that we even go higher. Who knows? Maybe we fucking go to 30K. I don't know. I don't really know what's going to happen. I don't really believe that this is the bottom, as I said before. I've long felt that the 17.5K level is going to get taken out eventually. I just don't know what it's going to look like. So, maybe we go to 25K and then we just like start nuking below. Maybe we go to 25K to 16K. Maybe we go up to 30K and then we have like this, everyone's getting super bullish, and then boom, we hit that capitulation event where we go negative 50%. We go from 30K to 15K. I don't know how it's going to happen or what it's going to look like. I am looking for a strong shakeout personally, but I do believe in the short to midterm. I think that 23K to 25K are the levels that I'm viewing. Now, again, as I said, is it the bottom? I don't really know, to be frank and honest with you. I'm leaning not, but it's really hard to say. But as I said before, I am bullish in the short to midterm. I do believe 23 to 25K is going to come. And part of the reason for that was that I viewed all of these EMAs on the 4-hour. And these EMAs on the 4-hour are the strongest that they've been in quite some time. Like, you can see them bullishly cross all the way in late October. We haven't really seen a bullish cross since this move back in July. But it's important to note that this was a little bit of an unsustainable move in the sense that price consolidated. Sure, it went from June to July, late June to kind of mid-late July. But it's important to note that this red line, this 200 EMA, was lagging indicator. It was quite a bit. There was quite a big spread between price and the EMA, and generally speaking, that usually means that it's going to be an unhealthy, unsustainable rally, which is what happened. We did see a move from 20K all the way to 25K. Certainly a great move, but at the end of the day, price did break down. We haven't really seen this red EMA act as support really truly since kind of this March of 2022 time period, where price was heavily interacting with that. So yeah, I mean, even though we did see a bullish move in August from this 200 EMA, I don't think we've truly seen them perfectly healthy like this since March. So in my opinion, that's really an important difference between this current setup and the August setup, is that we're seeing lots of consolidation, and price has chopped here for quite some time. And in my opinion, this overall pump looks a little bit more sustainable than like it did back in just July, August period. So yeah, 23K is my overall area that I'm viewing, and I am viewing 25K after that. I do believe altcoins will do pretty well in that time period. So I am choosing some alts. We're seeing lots of random spikes. Some of them are going 2, 3, 4x from the bottom. There are plenty of opportunities, in my opinion, for the next few weeks. Or just at least 1 to 2 weeks. So really just going to be active trading and just checking out a lot of different tokens. So thanks guys for the support, and have a great weekend.